Hey everyone, we're back with more Judgment. Now, guys, like, that type of content right there is, like, obviously not good. But it's okay to use that if it makes sense in your narrative. Alright, so there's nothing we can do except make our way to the batting center. How many points do we have now? Definitely don't have enough, obviously. So, do I have? I don't have any. Alright, so we're gonna stop in at the smoking section and get some more EX. Because we're probably gonna have a fight. I hope we get the fight. I picked up a cigarette butt. There's a girl who sings at Theater Square pretty often, so I was listening to her, and then she starts talking to me. She thanked me from the bottom of her heart, the most sincere smile I've ever seen. Somehow I just couldn't take it. Looking at it reminded me of a time before I became a completely shitty person. You guys, her beautiful smile and your ugly soul were incompatible, senpai. Alright. That got me two, EX. That's not terrible. We might be able to stop and smoke at the next one as well, which should be just up here around the corner. Right by the batting center, actually. So if it doesn't force me to go in, we can stop and do that. And we are... Oh, no. Okay.
It's Sugiura. Hey, what's up?
I'm bringing the van around. You see me?
Hmm?
There he is.
Alright. So once again, do I need to... Yeah, it won't let me do the social smoking here. Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Where's Higashi?
Already inside. I haven't noticed anything weird out here. Kido should be showing up any minute.
And what happens when he does?
We'll shove him in the van and drag him over to Charles.
What? Higashi's arcade?
It's not like we had a lot of time to think about it. We'll interrogate him once we get there. Right, Yagami-san?
Yep. And speak of the devil.
Huh. Surprised he actually showed.
All right, let's move out.
There's another 330. Look at that. Look at that, team. We got it. Nope. Okay.
What are you doing here?
Not sure what you mean. My agency's just a couple blocks away. It's strange to see you here, though. What brings you out to Kamurocho?
Well,
Maybe meeting a seductive journalist?
I understand now. You're the ones behind all this. What will you do with that video?
Nothing, if you give us what we want.
What is it, money?
No, we're after something else entirely.
What are you going to do to me?
We're just taking you for a little trip.
No. No, I'm afraid you're not.
Hmm?
You forget I'm a powerful man.
Who are these assholes?
Health Ministry thugs, if I had to guess.
Do they have them all over the city or something?
Delete that video, Yagami!
Oh, I get the fight in? That felt amazing. There's the pop-up. Thank you, Faye. We are in a batting center. Hang on. Get out. Get out. Faye, hello. Did you see that wonderful spinning DDT or whatever the fuck it was called? You surpassed your age a while ago. It's true. 42 months. Where did he get that back?
Look where all that power got you. Nobody's running to help now. Not the ADDC, not the Ministry of Health. I've been waiting a long time for this moment.
If you kill me, think what will happen to 89. Their research will come to a screeching halt!
Don't worry. Nobody's killing anybody. But I suggest you learn a little humility. I never said I wouldn't hurt you.
Come on, we're out of here.
I love how he thought, like, these ministry thugs were good enough to take me on when I took out, like, fucking 50 Yakuza in one run. Why is he in his underwear?
Man, it's been a while since I did something like this. Feels good getting back in the groove, you know?
You always did have a habit of stripping them down.
Well, yeah. Everyone's the same underneath all this bullshit. Scientist, doctor, whatever.
Listen here. It's not too late for you. But if you don't release me,
You'll have your assassin hunt us down?
I'll take extensive legal action against you.
Huh. Who knows what'd happen if you did that? I might accidentally let that video loose to the press.
What?
If that doesn't sound good to you, start talking. You're gonna tell us everything you know about 89.
Alright. Well, I get it's for humiliation. What I mean is, like, stripping him down here, the humiliation only goes to a point. Once he gets comfortable being in his underwear around 4 people.
This is gonna be a while. Guess we can take turns heading out to grab food.
Do that.
Hey, remind me what we're trying to get out of him?
Where we can get proof of the 89 experiments.
Hey, Vector.
Whether or not we actually get that proof depends on us.
See, Chocobo? We kidnapped Kido, the head of the ADDC, to get him to tell us about 89. Saori dressed up as a journalist and got video of him sexually harassing her to lure him out. And now apparently Kaito's son's thing is stripping them down to their underwear before questioning them. It's
I'm ready when you are, man. Or you want to rough him up some more first?
Did we rough him up at all? I guess technically we did. We did beat him up.
Really? What do you people want?
We just told you.
Who are those guys at the batting center?
Well,
You mentioned how powerful you are. Did you hire them to protect you?
Out with it already.
Quit acting like you got any goddamn dignity.
You've made me a very happy man today.
Like how he's attentively watching it.
But we have some real fun now that the interview's out of the way, hmm? My little minx.
Who would have thought the scientist who was gonna save the world would turn out to be some pervy asshole? Your name's gonna go down in history if this gets out. And not how you're hoping.
stop. I'm begging you, please.
Who were those thugs at the batting center?
Hitmen. On the Ministry of Health payroll.
Ichinose's payroll, in other words.
It's kind of ridiculous. The Ministry of Health has a hitman
I
payroll.
think you mean yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ichino-san knows I've been abducted. More of them could rush in here any minute if you don't release me.
If you haven't noticed, we've got this whole fighting thing pretty down by now.
Hook his nipples to a car battery.
Next
Faye's
question.
getting into this.
It's about what happened 3 years ago.
Huh?
An Alzheimer's patient at the ADDC by the name of Waku-san was murdered. His body found buried far out in the mountains. At the time, Shinpei Okubo was thought to be the killer. But the truth is, it was an unforeseen consequence of 89, which Shono had administered to this Waku-san. You knew, didn't you?
What? Cat got your tongue? Guess you're about to become internet famous then.
Wait! Answer me, Kido! Yes. I knew.
Who told you? When? How?
I'm sorry. I can't say any more than that. If I did, Please, just give me some time to figure things out.
Time's one thing I don't have. Shinpei Okubo's about to get executed for a murder he didn't commit.
What?
I need to get every last bit of information out of you right here. I'll even resort to torture if I have to.
Torture? You'd break the law over this?
Technically, he kidnapped you, so that's already
What?
done.
That doesn't sound fun to you?
Of course not!
Then start talking! Nobody's gonna come help you now.
Video game. Interrogating him, Cheshire. Have you never interrogated a man
I'll
in his
give you a
underwear?
chance to think it over. You better be ready by the time I come back.
This isn't a common thing for you? Not enough. He isn't talking. A lot of the interrogation scenes in this so far have fallen really flat. Like, if they don't just start answering you, like, Yagami has no idea what he's doing. Put cigarettes
already
out on
broken
his
man.
sheet.
My
The guy's
guess,
turned back for a boss.
at this point, he's just desperate to save his own skin.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe you should take a breather. I'm sure giving Kido some time to stew will make him realize talking's the only option. We'll keep an eye on him in the meantime.
Okay, is this my
Thanks, Sukiura.
opening
Appreciate
to
it.
go do
Hey,
side quests?
even a guy like you needs to take breaks. You've been up and out all freaking day.
The opening to go do side quests? Let's see. I don't see any side quests available, no new friends, so we're just gonna continue with the main story. Let's see here.
We'll keep tabs on Kido. You go relax a bit. Good
That's
to go,
fine.
Yagami-san?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Anyway, hey, I love how getting into this you are. It's pretty awesome. Okay, guys, before we continue, there's something I want to tell you. I was talking to Chocobo about this. Before stream today, I found a thread called I've identified a deal breaker, need confirmation on GameFAQs. And it was a guy complaining that Yagami here wears skinny jeans, and he will not play a game if the main character has skinny jeans on, because men don't wear skinny jeans. And while I am not a fan of skinny jeans personally myself, apparently this is so much of a deal breaker for this person that, and people were like, oh, it's a joke thread, ha ha ha. And the guy kept claiming, no, it is not a joke. Men, like, men do not wear skinny jeans. It was absolutely ridiculous. Like, I was only on like page 2 of the thread, but like the guy got more and more like sexist with each post, and how he didn't want to stare at a man's ass while playing a game that's in skinny jeans. And it's like, like as Faye just said, he doesn't really even have an ass to stare at. Just the sheer amount is crazy.
Ready to talk yet? We're waiting.
Yes.
3 years ago, Shono
shove
killed
that
a
twig up
patient
his
by
butt.
experimenting on him with 89. When did you find out?
Right after the press conference. The one who
fancy
announced 89 to the world.
Oh, you're right.
Shono told me himself. Just thinking about it makes my blood boil. Even after all this time.
So that's why he was happy. They were right. They guessed it was after the conference. Rip off his fingernails. Choco is getting into it now.
I have some concerns about 89. At the moment, it's only effective on mice.
I'm well aware of that, yes. But I'm confident it will work on humans, too.
No. I'm afraid you're mistaken.
What's this now? We just had a fantastic conference. This is no time for doom and gloom. Just sit back and try to relax. You deserve it. Oh, and by the way, Ichinose was thrilled with what he saw. One day, we're almost getting shut down. The next, we have a massive budget. And if you can make consistent progress, AD9 will head to clinical...
At this stage, I'm afraid clinical trials would be inadvisable. If we try, all the test subjects will die.
Are you sure? How can you say that with such confidence, huh?
Shinpei Okubo was actually innocent.
What? Innocent? Why are you bringing this up now?
The court ruled correctly. Waku-san, his murder didn't play out like you think it did. The real cause of death was none other than 89.
What do you mean?
That murder was... It was a secret clinical trial for 89. I gave him the injection, personally.
You did what?
Please, I had to take this opportunity. The whole world is waiting for this cure. But when I injected him, he let out the most horrible scream.
No one heard that?
These hands covered his mouth. I tried to make him shut up.
Which means you're a murderer. How could you be such a damn fool? What are we gonna do? Shono, I just spent the entire afternoon talking up your drug to the press. With my goddamn name on the research!
If you hadn't held that press conference, the ADDC would have been done for, and you...
Why didn't you tell me this before?
I needed you, Dr. Kido. I couldn't let the center get shut down. The AD9 project would have been terminated. But you know, this has been my entire life's work, ensuring that AD9 would save the world.
This whole thing is preposterous. I'm going to the press!
There's no need for that.
Huh?
Don't you understand, Director? As long as we finish AD9's development, there won't be any issues.
Minus all the
Your
murders
name will
you've
go
done.
down in history as the man who saved the world. Not to mention the money. But if you really insist on revealing the truth, both of our careers would go down the drain. And you have more to lose, Director.
Shono, you're mad.
I really hope we get to fight him. I got my dream of fighting Kido. I want to fight Shono and Ichinose and Kuroiwa. So far, every character except for the obstinate ox, I've been able to fight, which has been great. There's something just fantastic about fucking slamming this guy's head into the ground.
Is that all Shono told you?
There's gotta be more.
Twist his
Waku-san
testicles
wasn't
with a
the only
rubber
person
band.
Shono killed, was he?
No. He needed Shinpei Okubo to take the fall.
Honestly, no, Cheshire.
And murdered Emi Terasawa to accomplish that.
You did know! Hey! Fuck that!
Save it, Sugiura. We're not done yet.
I wanted a new PS5 controller, Cheshire, but like the deal already started here. Like they they start the Black Friday deals early on in the week, so I got it for $60 instead of 95, which is what it comes out to after tax here. I still maintain that controllers are way too fucking expensive. We've got him right where we want him. He won't hide anything anymore.
What happened next? After Shono killed Emmy?
Don't you already know?
You had Hashki murdered.
I didn't. It wasn't me.
Hashki was digging around, trying to find something wrong with 89. You and Shono didn't like that too much. But you needed some help to take care of him. Someone else who wanted to protect 89. That person was...
Man, Shono and Kido asked for help to protecting 89. Hamura from the Matsugane family, Ichinose from this year help, Kuroiwa. Kuroiwa was asked by Hamura to get involved, I'm pretty sure. Because he'd been working with him for a while. They asked Hamura, but it was actually Ichinose who asked Hamura. So, I think it was Ichinose.
Ichinose from the Ministry of Health. The guy who founded the ADDC made it a place all the old guard ministry execs could retire to.
Yes. Shono and I went to Ichinose-san and pleaded with him to help us. After all, he's known for being well-versed in political matters, both above board and otherwise.
The three people in this picture, I want to fight them.
We told him everything. About Waku-san dying in the experiment, about Emi Terasawa. Every last detail. Without hesitation, Ichinose-san agreed to help us with the cover-up. According to him, protecting AD9 was top priority. Hence why he decided to silence Hashki.
Oh, Cheshire, I also got a new thermostat. I got a Google Nest.
Knew he was Kajihira's spy from the start, and acted accordingly.
Meaning he's the one who first dragged Hamura and Kuroiwa into this bullshit. Real barrel of fucking monkeys.
With Hashki out of the way, all that was left for us to do was complete 89. But we realized something. If we entered clinical trials and another patient died, our dream too would be dead. The ADDC would be no more. And all our sacrifices would have been for nothing.
Your sacrifices? How can you say that with a straight face? You're not the ones who died for some bullshit drug!
Go on.
Why do I get the feeling that
Through all
Sugiura
my
is closer to
hesitation,
Emmy than
Shono kept
we
pushing.
thought?
Aggressive to a damn fault. He said we couldn't be afraid of failure if we really wanted to finish 89. That we needed to keep experimenting until we succeeded. He also said the only way to speed up development was to keep conducting clinical trials in secret. Shono was adamant about that.
Why?
Think about it. If we could hide the fact that our subjects were dying, we could continue experimenting despite the risks. In order to do so, we needed a way to quickly procure and discard test subjects. With that, it would only be a matter of time until AD9 was complete.
And those test subjects were the Kyorei clan men.
Ichinose-san listened to every single one of Shono's requests. My only role in all of this was obtaining the funds required. And so, money flowed into the ADDC from the Ministry of Health. Money which I gave to Shono, allowing him to build a secret lab in Kamurocho.
What?
It's where he carries out all of his human experiments.
Huh?
Hamura mentioned a secret lab for doing human experiments back at Hanmaru. And Cheshire, you have a Nest as well? A Google Nest?
Where exactly is this lab?
I'm not sure of the specific location. I try not to come between Shono and Ichinose-san unless absolutely necessary.
Awesome.
So that lab is where all the killings happened, where those Curie guys were slaughtered. If anywhere's gonna have evidence, it's there.
Yeah, I only got the nest because it was on sale.
Sure
Faye?
you don't know where it is?
Detective Kuroyo, I would, of course.
He's not as talkative as you, though.
In that case,
You had a nest in your old place?
there was another person involved in setting up the lab.
Who?
A subordinate of Ichinose-san. I believe his name was Ishimatsu.
I've heard that name before. He was the middleman between Hamura and Shono.
Where's this Ishimatsu guy?
In Kamurocho, there's a Ministry of Health office up in the Millennium Tower. Apparently, he'll be in tonight.
Oh, what a
Wait, the
coincidence.
Millennium Tower?
That's where they oversee Shono's secret lab. Nobody knows the office is there. The sign out front even has a different name.
They really got a place like that?
Well, Ishimatsu knows where the lab is, yeah? This'll be easy.
Just gotta strip him down and force him to talk.
Hold up. I've got a better idea.
Hmm?
First, we give this Ichimatsu guy some kind of reason to go to the lab. Then we just follow him from the Millennium Tower.
Not bad. Ishimatsu himself will lead us straight there.
But how are we gonna get him to go?
Well, we'll
We'll get our buddy Kido here to give him a call.
Huh?
Say something about how we're closing in on the lab. Tell him you need him over there to stand guard.
You know, that might just work.
And what? You think I'll just agree to this?
You better. If you don't want to spread in your little video, that is.
That settles it then. What does Ishimatsu look like?
He's in his 50s. Always wears a gray suit. Short man. Not that much over 5 feet. And he always wears gloves.
That could be any regular-ass old dude in this town.
Anything else?
There may be photos of him on the internet.
You seriously telling us to just search him?
Yes. Well, not exactly. Try looking up Vice Minister Ichinose. Ishimatsu might have ended up in a photo of his
Put your
at some
nipples in
point.
the vice grip.
Gotcha. Could take a while, but I should be able to find something.
Kaito, Higashi, mind hanging back here with Kido?
Sure.
What about me then?
You get to tail Ishimatsu with me. You're good at that kind of stuff, right?
Guess so, yeah. Well, let's head to the Millennium Tower.
You think you missed your
Be
calling
safe,
in
you
life?
two. I'll send you a shot of Ishimatsu once I've got one.
Great. Let's move out.
Hey, do you have any other ideas that we can employ, maybe, just in case? Yeah, the one I got was silver. We had a choice oh, I don't care. Anyway, the one I got was silver. I had a choice between charcoal and silver, but when I went to get the charcoal one, they were like, "No, it's not in stock now." I'm like, oh, "Okay, fine. Silver it is." All right, let's stop the recording here.